Good afternoon. It's July 4th here. If you're in America, you'll be celebrating today because it's Independence Day. My husband and I were reminding ourselves this morning of our son, Andrew, was due on Independence Day, and we were in Boston at the time, and we were sort of in two minds about whether or not we wanted him to arrive on the 4th or a little later. He waited until after midnight, so it was just the early morning of the 5th, but it took him another 24 hours before he arrived. So he was born on the 6th of July, and it was an interesting experience. Today, I'm going to share crafting with you stamp set. I've had this one. I bought it last year and I've used it a little bit, but my aim is to actually use all my stamp sets, and I wanted to show you this one today. So let me go here. So this is the dies with it. Aren't they gorgeous? You've got an easel here. I'll move that one off. Got an easel. This here is a cutter, so like our cutters. We've got some scissors, basket, little pot. I'm not quite sure what that is. We've got some cotton reels. We've got, trying to think what all these things are. Sewing machine, embroidery hoop, another basket, a ruler. Look at how cool is that ruler? Look, can you see? I don't know if you can see, but it's got even little markings on it. And we've got the thread that goes on the middle of the reels. We've got some wool and all sorts of things in here. It's a great set. I love the dies. And today I'm going to make these 3 cards for you. The stamp set comes with it's a bit hard to see here, but you've got the sewing machine, the easel, some sentiments, some wool, stamp and emboss machine, some paintbrushes, just lots of beautiful little things that you can use. So the first one I'm going to do today is handmade hugs. Okay, now I'll tell you a story about these. I come from a really large family of 6 kids. I have 3 gorgeous sisters and 2 handsome brothers, which I better say as well. And my sisters are incredibly crafty, as well as I suppose myself. My sister Jeanette, who's the next girl next to me, has been a primary school teacher, and she's just taken early retirement, and she loves to paint, and I have some of her paintings in my house. So she lives in Scotland, so yeah, she's going to enjoy lots of time creating. She does lots of textile stuff as well. My other sister Audrey is in primary school, just finished as acting as principal. She's gone back onto class. Well, she's on holidays now, lucky her. She loves knitting, crocheting and sewing, and she actually during COVID made lots of uniforms for nurses and so on, and for health workers. So that was one of the things that she was able to do. My youngest sister Heather, who is 18 years younger than me, makes the most amazing cakes. She gets somebody sends her a picture of what the person likes to do and gives her a bit of an idea, and she makes these amazing cakes. So each one is very, very different. But this one here I'm going to actually send to Jeanette, and this here I've made use of. Let me grab what I need. Pull that out. So I've got a basic white base. I've got a layer of Misty Moonlight. And then I've used this gorgeous Thoughtful Journeys paper again. I really love this paper. I've used this side for smaller cards, but this side here looks like a scene. And what I decided to do was to cut out, you can see what I've cut out, that there to fit the card. And then I have used that from another piece to make this so that it looks like it's person is painting this. So this is going to go on there. So let's put this card together because it's really easy. The easel is made out of country woods, and again, really easy to make. Got a little extra piece in there. So let's get started. I'm going to get some, I'll get some glue first, and we'll do the, put on the Misty Moonlight on the basic white. Center it so it's pretty centered. There we go. And then I've got this, and I'm going to put this up at the top. I toyed with the idea of doing the full piece, but I actually changed my mind a few times, so, which is my privilege, I guess. Here we go, and that's going to go on like that. Okay, now my easel is going to, I should have actually stamped that before I did that, but that's okay. I'll stamp it now, and hopefully it will work, otherwise I'll be cutting out another piece. So I've got the sentiment, sending you a handmade hug. Somebody was telling me one day on the internet that on the memento, if you rub it around like that there, you get a better coverage. So I'm just going to do that. Whoops, that was lucky. Didn't land on my card. And put the lid on that so I don't put my fingers in it. So that's my sentiment. Okay, so now I'm going to get my easel, turn it over, and I'm going to get some dimensionals, and I'm going to put them on the back. So a couple up here, and two down there, and I think I'll put one in the middle. Okay, and what am I going to do? I think I want to use the edge ones for the legs because the other one would show. So I'm going to cut a couple of really thin ones along here and put this on the leg down there, and that one on that leg, just to hold it in place. And I'll put one across there. Just I wanted to show on the other card. I might put that one on that leg there. Okay, now before I put it on, I've got my little picture, so you can see that this is the same bit that I've cut out, and I'm going to add it to my easel. So I've worked out sort of the size that I wanted it to be, and I'm just going to put a few dimensionals on the back. A really quick card to do, this one. Whoops, that one came off. Put that on again, and I'm just going to put that on my easel. So it looks like it's sitting off the easel. Now, take off the backs of the mini dimensionals. I also have a link that I'll put up after I finish this, because I have done a blog on some of my recent ones, because I thought that would be a good idea, because I can put instructions in there of how I put these together. So hopefully I can use that. Now, hi Deb, how are you? Lovely to see you joining me today. This is going here, but there would be great. So you can see it's already coming into shape. Now I've done this, I've stamped this in Memento, and I've coloured in the tips of the brushes. And this is my pot, and I just cut that from a piece of the I can't remember what that's called. It's the Full of Life, I think. And I'm just going to add that to the front of my brushes so they look as if they're sitting in a pot. You could add a lot more to this if you wanted to, but I am quite I love this card too. I think my sister's going to be thrilled with it. We love encouraging each other. So there we go. And I'm going to add a few dimensionals to the back. I think 2 would be enough. And take the back off and pop it on there. So on this one that I did it with Berry Burst. On this one I just used some a little square of DSP that I had sitting around. So that's the card. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? And I think you know what I did. I stuck that on upside down, but that's okay. I did stick it on upside down. There you go. We'll show you this one instead. We all do make mistakes. Okay, that's the first one today. The second one is from my sister Audrey. And if she ends up watching this, she'll know what it is before I finish. So here we go. Now I have this one. What I've done a little bit of pre-cutting and pre-preparing for this one because there's lots of little bits in it. So basically I've got a blueberry bushel base, and then I got some balmy blue, which I have embossed with the eyelets because I thought that was the perfect thing to put on top. So I'm going to place that on my card. Have you ever made a card and put the front on and realized that it opens to the left instead of the right? I've done that. There we go. Done. And that's the first layer. Now, for this here, what I did was I used, and I'll just grab them for you so you can see them. They're hiding here on my table. Starry shapes. These are different shapes that you can use. I use old magnets, by the way, that come in my mailbox to stick these or to hold these in place. So you go, see? That's what I use them for. Otherwise they just go out. So we've got circles, we've got some tags, we've got some squares. So I've got those. No, that's not the one I wanted. It was everyday details. That's for the next card. So there you are. I'm really organized today. I've been out all day. So I think this one was, I think it was everyday details. But you punch it, when you cut it, it cuts holes right around the edge. And what I did was I got some embroidery thread. I got 3 colors to match what I have here. And I just threaded it through and made some tassels for each end. Now, I have a piece of this Full of Life, I believe it is. It's slightly different from this one, but I'm going to put it in the middle like that. So I'm just going to get some glue, some tape runner. Now I've had a fun morning. I was out really early because I had to have a QCT scan done of my back to check for osteoporosis. So, because I've been having a little bit of a problem with my back. So, got that done. Then I went up and picked up my granddaughter, who's finished school at the moment. And she and I went out and had breakfast together, which was really nice. She's 14. And we did a little bit of shopping, and then I dropped her home, and then I went and I did choir at school. And then my daughter called me because my daughter's sick as well, and she said, can you go to the chemist and get me a COVID influenza A/B test to see if I can go back to school tomorrow to teach. And of course, when I got that and brought it back to her, I was doing some housework for her because she was feeling really unwell. And guess what? She has influenza A. So she's not going to school tomorrow. Okay, so where did I put my little piece that is it stuck to me? I had it 2 seconds ago. Oh, there it is. It's on that side. You see my brain today? So I got home and I've done some teaching this afternoon because I've had lots of students sick or couldn't come at their normal time. So it's been a busy day. So I'll take these off. And I know that she'll love this, so I'm going to put that on just at a little bit of an angle. And I've got a sewing machine. I've got a pink one this time. I had a, I think that was Summer Splash. So I think this is Petunia Pop. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of it. But I'm also going to put some tape along the bottom. Now let me get my dimensionals again. They keep walking on me. Here we go. 1, 2. I'll tell Jen, Deb. Yeah, poor girl, she's been really trying to get through to the end of term, but unfortunately I think she's going to have to take tomorrow off as well. So we're going to put this on up here. I'm going to put it on like that. And then I have, I've got these cute cotton reels. I actually have 2 of those machines and some scissors. Let me pull these all right. I keep all my little bits in a little mini container like this, and then I don't lose them. How cool are these? These are the scissors. Aren't they cool? I love these. So they're going to go down here. So how you make them is you cut it out in cardstock, okay, and then you cut it out in silver or gold or whatever you want. So these will fit on top of this, but what I've done is I've cut it, there's a little groove, and I've cut it along there, and I'll just show you on this. So cut it there, put a little bit of glue on the back. Fill my little thing up again, and I shall put it on my scissors. So or you can do it the other way. You can, if you want, and you want it to be a little bit stronger in this side, what you can do is you can cut. And I'll do this one like that because it will still work out. Just to show you, cut that off, turn this over, put a little bit of glue on the back, like this, and I'll put the other piece on this one, on top of the silver. So that makes that really, really strong handle. And then they're going to go on top of each other. Just make sure it's on top. And how I attached the 2 together was with a glue dot. So I just got a little glue dot and I rolled it up and I put it behind where the dot is, and then I put my scissors together. It helps if you turn them over. Oops. And I place them on top of each other. And then I added a little diamante in the middle. But that's how you make your scissors. It's really cool, isn't it? And look at these gorgeous cotton reels. So we've got the reel, and you can cut out lots of different colors. I've got lots of different colors here, and I'm going to stick these on, and I'm just going to very quickly do that. I'm going to put a gold one on. I've done more than I really need, so that's okay. So it goes on the middle of the cotton reel. Like that. Get another one. Oh, I've got one right here. Blue one. Can go in this one. I've got a gold one, a blue one. I might get this navy one. Put it in here, I think. So it gives me something to hold while I press this on top. That's 3 put together. What colour are they? And I'm going to do this colour. I'm going to move those all to the side. Just get another reel. And put a little bit. There we go. Just a tiny little bit of glue and put that on. Just to give it a little bit of brightness, okay? So what I'm going to do to put those on the card is just get a glue dot. And got one stuck to my finger. Put that one on first. Put it up there. Another one. I think I might put this blue one on next. I'm going to put it down here. And then this gold one I might do next. And one last one. Okay. And that, and I need to put a glue dot in the back of my scissors. So I'm going to put it on here so that you can see, you can actually move the scissors then like that if you want to, if you're so inclined, okay? So I've done a happy birthday with white embossing. You know I love embossing. And let's get some dimensionals and put on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and we can put down there. And I've got a with love that I've also stamped on a little corner bit. And I'm just going to cut around it. Just freehand. You know, I'm not really fussed about how it looks. I just want it to go up the top. So there we go. With love. And move this to the side. And I'm going to put this on the inside. And I thought, actually, what I could do, I'm going to put this in, is even, I'm not going to take time to do it now, but I could put a few cotton reels down here at the bottom, and that would be rather cute on the inside as well. So that's my second card. which I think is very cute. And that was my first one. I'll set it up there. And then I'm really delighted to show you this last card. I love this card. When I started to do this, I had no idea what I was going to do. I had this idea that I could use some stylish shapes, as I was showing you earlier. So I wanted sort of white on white. So I thought I would get the square stylish shapes. So I got these three, I think it was. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to show you what I did with them. Got a piece of white cardstock and I put them, nested them all inside each other, making sure they were even. I'm just going to show you how I did that. That's pretty good. And then I taped them down with a bit of washi tape, and then I cut them out. So I ended up with, set that aside just so I don't lose those. I ended up with, pull this out, frames like this that are stitched. So I've got, this is what they looked like when they were cut out, all three nested inside, and then you had this little square for the middle as well. So I wanted to use those, but I thought this shape of card was going to be difficult to use it on. So I thought, why not make a long one? So you can buy DL envelopes, which I often use for sending overseas. If you've got a piece of A4 paper, you can fold in 3 and put inside it. So I used my cardstock to make this card. So what I did was I got a piece of thick basic white, and this is 21, and I think this was, I better say 21.5. So it fits in a 22 by 11 envelope. So this is my base, okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave that aside for the moment. I've got a piece of Lost Lagoon, okay, and a piece of basic white. And before I put these together, I'm going to show you what I did. So again, I've got my favorite Thoughtful Journey, and I decided that I wanted to highlight this. So what I did was I cut a piece out that would fit directly behind DSP like that. Now if you hear noises in the other room, it's because my husband is on a Zoom call at the moment, so my apologies for that. But so I'm going to put these on. So here we go, a little bit of glue on the back of the frame. There we go. I really love this card. When I finished it, I was so thrilled with it. And I hadn't seen anything like it on Pinterest, so I felt quite excited about it. So I get my flowers. This is another piece of the, there we go. And that should stick, okay. So I'm going to put that on the card, but at the moment I'm not, I think I wanted to go that way, actually. Okay, what I will do before I finish, and then it'll be easy to do it all at the end, is I'll put some mini dimensionals on the back. One there, and one in the middle. Okay, so that's going to be the first one. It's going to go there. The middle one, I decided to put the small one in the middle, and I again got a piece, just a leftover piece. I'm going to stick this on it. So just let me put some glue on the back of my frame again. Oops. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. Now, get rid of those dimensionals and put this on top. Okay, that's correct. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to put some 4 dimensionals on the back of that one. And I just want to straighten it a little bit so that it doesn't show on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to go down here. And then the last one, I've got just a piece. This is the same cardstock as this one, but I've just turned it over one of the other, again an offcut, and I'm going to use what we call sometimes the B side, and I'm going to build a picture frame on this one. Okay. Got a little bit of gunk on my top of my frame, but that's okay. Here we go. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's going to go up on this corner. Now, that was what I started with. I thought, what can I do next? So I left that like that, and then I thought, oh, there's some beautiful little hearts in this crafting for you. So I got a little container with them in it. Here we go. I'm going to tip all of this out. Okay, so I cut out some hearts, and I cut out 2 colors, the Berry Burst and Lost Lagoon. So I've got a few hearts here. I also made, this is the basket, and if you look very carefully at it, you can see that it's actually got texture on it. So I'm going to put that on my card. Okay, clean that off, but I don't want to get glue all over my fingers right now. So put it on there, like that. And then with this here, this is one of the stamps from the Crafting for You stamp. But if you stamp it just by putting, pardon me, putting this down on the pad, they're all going to be the same color. So what I ended up doing, and I'm going to show you very quickly what I did, was I got my markers, and I got the lightest one and the brush side, and I just that all the flowers. You can see the ones that I've done because there leaves a pink tinge on the stamp, the poem stamps. Okay, and then I got this one is Rich Razzleberry, which I'm not sure is even around at the moment, but I just did a few dark spots in the middle. Actually, I've got the wrong side. Brush side is much better. And just a little bit in the middle, and here, and I think I'll do a little bit more of the dark in here. So there we go. And then I used Old Olive and shaded spruce to do the leaves. So I've done them in Old Olive first. Here we go. And one more. Set that over there. And then I used just some shaded spruce down the middle. Just to add a little bit of, just to tone in a little bit. So I'm going to stamp this on that piece of white cardstock, just so that you can see. And often when you've been doing that, you can huff on it like this, and you get this. So when I finish that, I then used some Wink of Stella and a little bit of a blending brush behind it. So that's that. So okay, now to put the card together. But before I do, I think what I want to do is I want to stamp "You Inspire Me" on it first of all. So I'm just working out where they are going. That one can go there. That one can go over there. I'll put some dimensionals on the back of that one as well. So when we go to put it together, it'll go together really, really quickly. 2, 3, and I'll put 5 on this one. I intend to use the mini dimensionals. And that's going to go there. And I'm going to put some mini dimensionals on the back of my flowers. I'll use a couple, I think, or 3 on this, I think. And one there, right in the middle. And then I'm going to put them on top of the basket like that. Okay, so let's do that first. There we go. Whew. So it gives a bit of a 3D feel. Okay, so that's going to go up there. That's going to go there, and I'll put the hearts on last. So I'm going to get "You Inspire Me." And I did it in Lost Lagoon, and I don't believe I brought my Lost Lagoon in with me, so I'm going to go quickly and get it. Excuse me for 1 second. I am back. See, I told you I was well organized today. Here we go. Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to "You Inspire Me," because Heather inspires me with her cakes. She just does such an amazing job. And I just don't want to get ink on the cards. I'm just rubbing that off. Here we go. And I'm going to put it about there. "You Inspire Me." Excellent. Happy with that? Okay. Now to put these, I'm going to put this bit on the layer with some tape. 1, 2, 3 on the Lost Lagoon. You can see why I decided to stop too early. And get it off early, otherwise you can huff on it. Let's start at this side. Here we go. I think my white's a little bit bigger than my Lost Lagoon, so let's do that again. I just want to straighten it up a little bit. That's much better. Okay, now to put these in place. I'll put this one in, top right. I was looking at a meme the other day and it was saying there's no mistakes in crafting, so you just make it a feature of what you want to do. So there we go, that one's in place. I'm going to put this one and the big one in place next. So almost there. And I'm going to put it up here. There we go. I think I want it in a little bit more. That will do. Okay, and then this one I'm going to put down here. And I really love this card. It really inspires me. Put it sort of in the middle, bottom. Okay, so that's the top part of the card made. Now to put this on the base, get my runner tape and on the side and a couple of pieces down the middle. Okay, so here's my base, and this card would be for anyone really. There we go. Looks good as it is, but I wanted to add some of these little hearts. So what I did was actually turn them over to the wrong side, and I got my, I'm just going to shut this because I could see something happening. My mini glue dots, and I just put it on the back like that, and then I just was able to push it on the card like so. Get this one next, just turn it over. I might actually roll it a little bit because it's a wee bit big for there. I don't know if we say "we" in Australia, but it's an Irish, Scottish idiom that we often use, meaning very tiny. So I often talk about "we." And they talk about the wee bairns in Scotland. There we go. And I'm going to put that one up there. And then I think with this one, just to make sure I've got the right side up, or the wrong side up, so I can put the glue dot on the back. And I'm going to put that just up beside the "You Inspire Me." And I want to angle it a little bit more so that it's more like that. Okay, and then I've got two Lost Lagoon ones that I'm going to put down on the bottom right hand corner just to tie it all in. So that one I'll put like that, and this one, check that I've got the right side. You'll notice one side's very smooth and the other might be a little bit bumpy. So I'll put that there. It's almost finished. And then I've got some of these Lost Lagoon faceted gems. And I'm going to use 3 of these. One there. Oops. 2. 3, and that's my card finished. I love this card. I think I'm really thrilled with it. I think it's just such a beautiful card, and yet so simple. So just very elegant. So yeah, that's my 3 cards. So there's that one, this one, move that out of the way, and this one today. Okay, and I hope you like those. I wonder which is your favorite. I'd love you to comment, and I will post the link for what is it, for the blog as well. Okay, now I'm just going to go back to this one. Yeah, so as I say, I've written a blog on this. I've written a blog for the sampler and for last week's cards as well. So I will put the link up there. So there you go. That's my 3 cards. And I hope you've enjoyed today. I can't believe that we're in July and we'll be in the teens of July next week. But the really nice thing about next week is that it's school holidays. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Kath, I love that last card too. It's it just turned out so beautifully. I just put in an order today for some more Thoughtful Journey DSP because I'm finding I use it so much. Even little scraps like this I could use. I can hold it up so you can see. Little scraps like this I could use for all sorts of things. So I keep all those little scraps for it as well. So I love these cards, and I think Audrey and Jeanette and Heather are going to love these as well. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will catch up with you hopefully next week. So I'll say bye.